Hey guys, how's it going? So the balance patch just came out, and there were a few good buffs that seemed like they could be good on paper. There was Death Dealer Ray, there was Benevolent Romann, and the third one was Bellona. And so when you looked at them, they didn't really seem that amazing. So Benevolent Romann's change seems like it could be usable in some circumstances. So the main change that they did for him is now his skill 2 right here. He can't be silenced. So the main purpose for this is so that a character like Zio would not be able to S3 him. It just would only do some damage, but nothing else. But overall, they didn't really change much else about him. The second character that they made a change to, right here, Lone Crescent Bellona, they made it so that her skill 3 does more damage, but it doesn't have the soul burn anymore. Instead, they moved the soul burn to her skill 1 to increase damage, and they also decreased the cooldown of this. So the main purpose of that was so that she would be able to always skill 3 on turn 1 rather than trying to hold it for a soul burn. So you just get bigger as fast as possible and then you spam the soul burn skill 1. Essentially to make her a little bit more consistent and easier to use. But as far as I can tell, the numbers don't seem all that different. And then the third character, Death Dealer Ray, they actually really drastically changed him. He doesn't use focus anymore at all. He now has a cooldown and can use his skill 3 turn 1. Now it also strips all their buffs before inflicting venom on them immediately, which is really strong. And now his skill 2 doesn't give him self-combat readiness 50% push anymore, but they changed Pestilence to make it so that it detonates at the end of the turn after you attack. So ideally you would skill 3, it gives them an extra turn, then you skill 2, your characters get buffed, and then you would attack anybody and it would detonate the venoms instantly. So that seems like a pretty big change. The other characters that also got changes, I think Araminta and Cirilla got changes, but realistically Araminta and Cirilla were just for Rift, and I think Cirilla might have a lot of potential for being good in Rift. As for Araminta, I don't really think it was anything interesting. So let me just talk about the weakest one, I think. Out of all the changes, I think Benevolent Romann's change seemed pretty bad. So you're going to look at my build and realize it's not all that good. And that's totally fair. I didn't really give him amazing stuff. But the problem really comes into play when you try to draft him. Where do you want to use him? You want to use him when your opponent picks Zio, right? But think about also what he doesn't work into. He doesn't work into Aiden very well. He doesn't work into ML Euphine very well, or ML Landy. He doesn't work into characters like Designer a little bit that well. He's also pure RNG, because his skill 3 is a 75% to silence and 75% to decrease defense. And then, even if you soul burn, it's RNG 70% chance that when they're silenced, you use this ability, which is then RNG to push them back between 15 and 50%. So, like, the amount of things that could go wrong, not to mention that your opponent can counterattack, there's like 7 layers of RNG, and if he fails any one of them, you could just instantly lose the game. So realistically, like, who are you really using him against? I guess he only works if the opponent's entire linchpin of their draft is just Zio. What if they pick Zio and Jacko? Well, then they wouldn't push him back, but he would instantly die too. So realistically, I just don't really see where he can be used all that well. I tried him out a bit, and sure, I didn't use him a ton, but just looking at the opponent's drafts, I'm thinking, in the current meta, what is he being used against? I think he's too difficult to utilize, his base speed is pretty bad, and he's just too RNG, so realistically, I think it's kind of a useless buff overall. Like, good idea with this, but he needs a little bit more than that, I think. I think that it should be like, if he gets attacked, he gets pushed up too, so he could maybe have more usage. And it's not really that good versus Angel of Light either, unless it's an ungodly fast one and you really need his debuffs. So next, let's talk about Lone Crescent Bellona's buff. I used it a little bit, and I fought against it a little bit. Overall, I don't think it's made much of a difference. I think she's still about the same as good versus characters like ML Landy. She's still solid in tank down teams that have good support for her. We saw a lot of her in the previous World Cup, especially by like Winter Wish had an insane team that he was running with her. And I think that players are going to use her the same way. She's not especially good against some of these other characters, and it seems like the damage increases were relatively negligible. Either that, or every single player I'm playing against has the tankiest ML Landys I've ever seen in my life. But just overall, didn't really seem all that crazy, just a little bit better and more consistent. Now, Death Dealer Ray's changed, so some people are not very happy with this change, and I can understand why. They're kind of changing his identity a little bit and how he works, so he's not as much of the hard carry, where he's detonating his skill 3 poison and everything. Instead, he's making it so the whole team is contributing. It's like our buffs, right? Like they're all working together and constantly detonating the venom together. And now his skill 1 does detonation, but it's way lower than what his skill 3 used to do. I think as a whole, it's a positive buff though, because I think that Death Dealer Ray was completely useless before. That's how I feel. You did not see him at all in RTA. He still works well in, like, I guess Guild War Arena if you want to use him there, but now he's a lot more viable in RTA. I think he's better on speed set than counter set now. I'm currently using Water's Origin, but realistically, I think he can use a ton of stuff. I see Potion Bottle used by a bunch of people as well. I think he has a lot of variety of artifacts you can utilize depending on what you want to do. I think it's important to have effectiveness on him, and build him really bulky, of course. And I think it's good to have a nice amount of speed. I was trying to go faster than some Aidens, but slower than Emil Kawaric. But what's really important is I think he works really aggro now. So he works versus cleansers because he can decide to skill 3 whenever he wants. He might not even skill 3 turn 1, he might skill 2. So he can fake out characters like Mediator Kawaric. And now, really importantly, one of the biggest changes with this whole patch is Sleep now negates all evasion. So if you skill 3 Aiden and she's asleep, she cannot dodge. So that means that Death Dealer Ray is not actually weak against Aiden like he was before, but now he's actually pretty solid versus Aiden. He's not very good versus characters like Moon Bunny, or characters like Knockwall, for instance, or Lua. Those are his weaknesses. So I think generally you want to be the aggressor using him in the team, and that's part of the big benefit of being able to use skill 3 on turn 1. I think he works in some standard matches, but I definitely think he's a little more catered towards aggressive play at the same time right now. I think it's very important that Sleep is able to do that now too, and I think that it really improves his usability. It doesn't really change anything about a character like Remnant Violet overall, because you only pick that at the end of the draft anyways when you have first turn. So it's basically just a targeted thing purely against Aiden, and I think it works. I think it's a very good change that they added to him. Overall, I would say Death Dealer Ray is pretty solid. I think that he's not amazing. I don't think he's bad. I think he's like pretty solid, a pretty decent character. That's my current evaluation for him. Now that might change as I use him more and more, but I'm using him aggressively, and I tried him slow, and he did have some good usage in both. I think that it was overall a positive change, and I'm sorry to those who might have to rebuild him or aren't happy with what they did, but I think it's good for him. So overall, I think that this balance patch was pretty bad. Realistically, I think that Death Dealer Ray's change is, like, you know, decent, but nothing to get super excited about. Lone Crescent Bellona's, it was like alright. It was like really nothing special. I think Benevolent Romann's was whatever. I think the artifact changes they did, I don't even remember what they were. They seemed so weak. One was Durandal, I don't remember the other. And just not really impressed with this balance patch, essentially. Not really happy with it. I think that Smallgate was really banking on the whole Awakening system, which, you know, obviously didn't come out, but they could have at least given some of the buffs that they were going to with the Awakening system to the characters, and it would have been really nice. Oh yeah, Bastion of Peluche is the other change, which is a positive one. But, yeah, overall, not very good balance patch, and at least I'm having fun with Ray. I think that he is the winner of this entire balance patch, 100%, not even close. Like, nobody else really could be considered a winner. He is the sole survivor, and I think he has some usability, and I'm happy with it. I think the sleep buff was nice, and hey, I'm gonna have much better time against Aiden. At least I got that going for me. So anyways, for the rest of the video, I'll show some clips of me using the characters, and thanks a bunch for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like or subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you next time. There's no way this goes badly. Okay, actually it already kind of went badly. Why in the world is this guy so slow? You know what? That's fine though. Aiden's dead. Look at this. Look, check this out. Aiden's already dead. Look how free this is. Because now that she's asleep, she can't dodge. And this pushes up my team, so she cannot evade ever again, right? See ya. 100% chance to hit. You're gone. Sleep buff coming through. See ya. Push back their whole team, right? Push them all back. Now, you know what? I'm just gonna go over this. Why not? Yeah, you counterattacked me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Didn't even get to Bellona S3. Oh, this is a Roman game. Dude, watch him try and push back Roman. Watch this. Do it. You know you want to. Do it. Aw. Okay, well, whatever. This cleanses. Who cares? It would have been funny if they tried, though. So, we're gonna soul burn this, and surely we're going to land debuffs. Oh my god, we actually did! We landed a lot! This is the first time ever! He stole the debuffs he would have landed previously. Oh my god, he even got this! It actually pushed back a lot! Dude, he never does this! Is Roman broken? Oh my god, he actually worked.
Unconditional loyalty. It feels amazing.
Holy! Roman actually doing something.
Usually meet a bitter.
If he goes first, game ended turn 1. So we do get the first turn. Aiden cannot dodge. She is incapable of dodging this attack that I'm about to use. Okay, go to sleep.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
What do I want to use this on? Honestly, I'm gonna use it on him. Okay, so he resisted. That's too bad. Destina? I'm not gonna be able to debuff Destina. It's not possible here. I'm gonna go like this. It would be awesome if we actually landed and stunned. Okay, resistance. Interesting. Wait, that barrier is a problem. Hold on. Wait, that's like actually a problem. Yeah, I should have just stunned Aiden, probably. Wait a second. I didn't really think about that, but... At least he lost the turn. She has attack down, though. That's big. Because that did, like, no damage. So, we're cool. That provoke, though? Wait, she pushed herself. Okay, he's gonna take the injury. So, our Yufine's kind of chilling too. Like, he's just buying time for Yufine this whole time. So, I'm just gonna... Okay, he's like high res or something. He's pretty annoying. So I could S3, or I could S2. Okay, here's the pro strat. Wait. Think about it this way. If I S2 now, I can save S3 for before Yufine S3s, and then guarantee hit the Aiden. I think that's the strat. I think this is how we play it. That sleep buff is huge. Are we gonna counter? No counter. So we can't really do anything on Ray right here. So I'm just gonna kind of feebly throw this S1. It does detonate the injury. She is S3 up. This guy does 0 damage. He straight up does not deal damage to me right now. Okay, so we get countered, which kind of sucks. Kind of hurts. Edward does not have his S3 up though, so that's good. Let's start Crow. He's still got some time. I'm just gonna be patient. I don't even want to remove his immunity. I think that would like only hurt me. So this is awkward timing. She's going right before, which kind of sucks, but I really don't have any sort of play other than to do this. I removed 0 debuffs off of her. Very good game. 100% chance, not so guaranteed, suddenly. So attack buff, Frenzy 3 on my Ray, and that's all they did. This is Frenzy 3 with attack buff, dude, and they're not even like lifesteal or tanky. Okay, we're gonna do this. I thought about Edward for a second, then I was like, nah, that's not really gonna help. Okay, he resisted it, whatever. I don't even care. I literally don't even care. Oh my god, we have this S3 up now. Hold on. Wait a second. We have another sleep. Oh wait. Oh my god, I didn't realize he had it up right after Shuna. Oh my. Okay, she's asleep now. Alright. Okay, get him, Euphine. Now Euphine gets to just go and do this. Gets trauma, very traumatic, what's about to happen. Should do a good amount of damage. Okay, Aiden is gone. Crow is gone. She is silenced. Nobody cares, nobody asked. Wait, wrong character. He would have used his passive? Whatever. Doesn't even matter. We zoom on by, we lap. She has S3. You know what? She has S3, but how's she gonna get the turn, huh? Right? Like, how is she gonna get this turn? We're like 600 speed. Look at it zoom. Bam. My turn again. See ya. Fall asleep. Alrighty. Good work. Alrighty. So, she actually has 3 buffs on. That is a pain. That's fine though. No big deal. Actually, wait, I should have saved that, shouldn't I? Now that I think about it, that was probably not the right play, was it? Oh well. Push him back. Oh! And detonate. Look at that fat detonation, too. That's a lot. And now I'm going to do this. Detonate. Big detonation. So they increased the damage on Bellona's S3, right? This is not going to kill. Looks like they didn't increase it enough to insta-kill, so... I mean, that's fair. But... what the buff does is you want a skill 3 first turn to get that vigor buff. Like, you don't want to save it for soul burn or anything. You don't need to anymore. Wait, is this on Angel of Light? I think it is. Ooh, this is a really high damage Aiden. Oh, at least I'm not a dark unit.
There's still filth to purge.
Oh my god, wait, he's doing way too much damage to this thing. If I had Airwall, she would never be able to die, but... Alright, well, there goes that.
The smell of death.
Oh, she countered. Oh, wait, I think she's dead. Wait, hold on. Oh, no, she's gonna live a little bit. Yeah. That was pretty close. But you see, I'm in a lot of trouble now. This is not working against these units right here. This is, like, kind of a huge problem. I can't do anything. I can't do anything at all. Death Fury's cooldown is kind of long to deal with the Aiden. Ooh.
You'll make an excellent specimen.
This doesn't give the combat readiness to himself either anymore, so I can't rely on that. I don't think I can win this. I think that turn 1, I actually had to use just his S2, and then use Angel of Light's S3. I think that was the better play. Oh my god. There goes my whole health bar. Cool. And she's back to full health. Well, we might be able to see Emil Bellona's damage on her Soulburn skill 1 at least. At the very least. Let's take a quick look. Maybe it does crazy damage. I mean, hey, if we get lucky and hit Aiden, we can still win. Let's see the damage here. Soulburn. That really wasn't that amazing. I know that it's airable and I know she's tanky, but like, she was pretty much full stack right there, Soulburn, and they said they increased the damage. I'm not super impressed. No attack buff? I know I don't have attack buff, but I'm fully stacked with passive. And Soulburn to do extra damage? Like, I did everything I could for extra damage other than attack buff. I don't know. Not sure how I'm feeling. Not that, like, I don't think that her buff was bad. I think it was a positive. It's just, I don't think that her buff really... It doesn't make her, like, a auto-landy killer or something like a lot of people may have hoped. It's not something that just makes it absolutely ridiculous. So, all we're gonna do here is hit Aiden and it's over. Easy win. See? Look. Look at that. See? Maybe she really is broken. Oh crap, he is skill 3. Uh-oh. Wait, I think I'm gonna lose. Hold on. Oh! Oh my god! It's Epic 7, baby! Oh my god, this unit's broken! Wait, this Coeric? He's like DPS Coeric, dude. He's hitting pretty hard. I don't think it matters, but... Oh my god. Well, at least we learned a lot from this match, I'd say, about Bellona. I don't know how we won, though.